So finally, that one news, everyone, everyone literally who's planning to study in September 2020 this year in France has been waiting for, right? Finally, we have been blessed by some news from the VFS where you technically have to go and apply for your visa. I think in this article, which you can see in the screen right here, you can actually find out since the last 3 days, that is from the 10th, 11th, and 12th of August, they've actually put out news which is good for all of you who are planning to study in France. Once more. And the reason I'm clapping is because I think after you get your admission, the visa is the most stressful part of the whole procedure of going and studying abroad, right? I've been there twice, and I understand how you guys feel, and I understand how you feel, but that was before Corona or before this crisis. And during this crisis, I don't know how you guys have been keeping sane. I would have been insane. So kudos to all of you. And finally, let's review the last 3 days of news, which is good for all of us, right? So the first one I'm actually going to check out is the one which is on 10th August 2020. France Visa Application Center in Bangalore and Hyderabad, India reopens for collection of long stay student visa applications only. So none of you are actually going to be late. Just a quick till this article actually loads. Just a quick note, if this and this is something which has happened to me before, not this crisis, but there were times, I think the first time when I had to go and study abroad, when I had to go and study in Paris, my visa was delayed, and for that reason I was actually going to reach late to class. So technically what I did, and I think that was one of the best decisions I've ever done, was that I actually emailed the school and said, see, this is the case, my visa has not yet come, I'm going to be late, is there a possibility for you to actually postpone my intake, not postpone the whole intake, but like, can I come late? And once they give you like the permission, then you don't actually have to worry about the attendance in school, right? So you can actually come late. As soon as you get your visa, you can actually book your flight and do the whole thing, and you don't have to stress about, like, at first I was very stressed that I would miss classes and I would lose out on attendance and that would affect my grades. But just email the school. I'm pretty sure they will be understanding because of the crisis. But for any particular reason, if you are delayed to go to class, like if you are delayed because of your visa or other reasons, right? It could be any number of reasons at this point. Just email the school, say that you will be coming late. I've actually I've been late both my intakes because yeah, for some reasons, but both the times, I think the first time I was late by 1 month because my visa and my admissions came at the last minute, and the second time it was my dad's birthday, so I decided to go late. And that time also I was delayed by 2 weeks, but I got attendance because I sent this email. And yeah, good hack for all of you, right? So let's go back to the article. The first article says that, which came on the 10th of August 2020. It's all over social media, all over Facebook groups. It's if I think you haven't seen it, then voila. And if you know someone who's not aware about it, feel free to send this article. Feel free to send this video, and I will put the article's link down below. So the first one, let's see what they say. France Visa Application Center in Bangalore and Hyderabad India reopens for collection of long stay student visa applications only. So I don't think they're giving out tourist visas. But effective of 17th August 2020, customers can submit visa applications of above said category at the France Visa Application Centers in Bangalore and Hyderabad, India. I applied for mine in Bangalore, but I forget where I applied for. But anyways, so technically I think you can only take an appointment right now, but I think all the appointments will start from the 17th of August. Other important things to note is that the Consulate General of France, Bangalore, has only resumed the collection of visa applications, but not issuance of visas until further notice. Okay, so makes sense. So technically, you don't have to freak out. I mean, you can give the visa, or you can submit your documents for the visa, which I'm going to talk about in the So if you are new here, I think I should have mentioned this in the beginning. I'm actually starting a pre-departure series for 2020, and this is part of it. I think you saw the last 3 videos or 4 videos, and this is also part of it. And in the future also, which is like in the upcoming days, I'm going to bring out videos which I think is very relevant for all of you. First, I think relevant to the visa process, and then pre-departure once you reach, and I'd recommend you subscribe so that you know all this information, which I wish I knew. And a lot of information I found out helping a lot of students who didn't know this information and who got into trouble once they came to France, and they reached out to me and I could help them. So this is all for you. I just subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of this and you don't fall into any traps or any problems or any challenges. If you do, feel free to take an appointment with me, and at this point there's a lot I've seen and I hopefully can help you, right? So first, they have accepted the documents or the collection of visa applications, but not the issuance of visa. So technically, you're in the clear once you submit. You are in the clear once you submit your documents. You don't have to worry about when they will issue it to you. And if it's delayed, I'd recommend, and you think you will not be on time to school, I'd recommend you send an email to your school saying that you're going to be delayed, and ask them for a postponement of your admission intake, or I forget the word, but just say you're delayed and basically they will help you out, right? So what else have they said? Your safety is a priority. As part of its precautionary measures, customers visiting our visa application centers may be subjected to a body temperature check to assess their health conditions, required to wear a face mask and gloves. Don't forget to take your face masks and gloves. This is actually good business, right? You could actually stand down of the visa application center and start selling face masks and gloves for people who actually might have forgot, because I think at this point, if you forget it, you have to postpone your appointment. And this is like those businesses which have photocopies and stuff where you can actually, where they are there at the right place and right time with high prices, and they know that you're going to pay. Good business idea actually. The second thing is customers exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms, including fever higher than 38 degrees Celsius, cough or difficulty breathing, will be allowed to reschedule their application submission for another day and will be asked to seek medical attention at the nearest health care facility of their choice. So, you know what to do. This makes sense. So this is again for people who are planning to apply from Bangalore and Hyderabad. Apart from the safety procedures conducted, please note that to submit your application, you must book your appointment at this following link. All right, I will post this. I'll post this link down below in the video. You can click through it. But before you click through it, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Lost Indian. Also, a limited number of customers will be allowed inside the visa application center at a time. So I think visa application appointments also must be restricted at this point. So click soon and get your appointment faster. And customers are requested to complete the courier formalities at the time of submission, as post-decision passports will only be returned by courier as mandated by the government, the Consulate General of France. Okay, so before, technically, when I used to do this, when I did this, basically I could go and collect it once. I had the option of getting it courier, or I had the option of actually going and getting it collected. I used to always collect it because I felt safer that way. But I guess you don't have the option, so I hope you have a home address where you will be, and this passports with your visas, fingers crossed, will come to your house, right? So this is for the Bangalore and Chennai. I don't know, for some reason their website is horrible. Alright, so now we're back, and the second article which came out was on the 11th of August, obviously, effective of 17th August 2020. VFS centers, application centers in New Delhi reopened for submission of long-stay student visa applications between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Let's see what this talks about, right? And I'm going to actually put out this one video I'd recommend you watch while up, at least hopefully in the next few days, in the next 2-3 days, which I'd recommend you watch while applying for your visa, because I remember 2 or 3 students had actually made a mistake and they reached out to me on their visa application. They went through consultants, which I don't understand why, and I also went to a consultant, and the first time, and it was the worst decision I've ever made. I lived in Bangalore, and they sent me all the way to Chennai, and thank God for Alliance Francaise. Like, if you have any question, contact the Alliance Francaise team. And the Alliance Francaise team, when I went for my interview, Alliance Francaise interview, I'm just waiting for this to reopen. But anyways, when I went for my Alliance Francaise interview, right, and it was in Chennai, and the lady asked me actually, why are you here in Chennai when your home address is in Bangalore, right? And it was just purely my consultant's fault, another loss of like a lot of money. And then finally I had to go back, and that's exactly why I was delayed the first time. Now I remember. And so first find out exactly where you're supposed to go. It's based on your home address, and then you find the associated consulate or PFS office. Let's see what is written here. Effective of 17th August 2020, France Visa Application Center in New Delhi reopens for submission of long stay student visa applications between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wow, that's just 4 hours, and it takes at least half an hour for one student or 1 hour, and that's probably, but there's a lot of counters. Okay, so for people in Delhi, finally there's some news. It doesn't mention anything about the consulate general or how you're going to receive the passport. So first, be careful of, be aware of which consulate or which VFS you have to go to. And the second, the thing I was mentioning earlier before was the video. The video I'm actually going to put out is that a few students who went through to their consultants. The consultants did the whole visa application process. Please, dude, all of you, dude and dudettes and everyone else, be aware of what you're applying for. Always check what you're applying for, the correct visa type, right? And these consultants made a mistake, and this mistake costed them later, because I remember distinctly in 2018 one student who took it, like who knew me from my videos, calling me and saying like, dude, the school is asking him to leave, the country is asking him to leave. He had the wrong type of visa, and fortunately he could talk to me. He was losing it, like, dude, you spent so much money, and then finally the school says, or the country says that they cannot give you a long-term residence permit. And he found me, and I had to calm him down. We like figured out a strategy on how to get it back, and finally he got it back. I don't think he's comfortable to come on a video, but he's always told me, in case this happens to someone else, how I can help out. And surprise, surprise, just I think 2 months after that, another student who was planning to study in Paris fell into the same problem, right? So I'd recommend subscribing and then watching that video which comes out, where I explain the problem specifically and how you can avoid falling into the same thing, whether you're going through a consultant or whether you're doing it yourself, right? Understanding is very important. Information is power, and the right type of information, which you can find on this channel, so subscribe again, will always help you have a better time in France, and hopefully you can live your best life, right? And what else do we have? France Visa Application Center in Chennai and Cochin, India reopens for the below D type visa applications. I think when they mentioned reopens, and then they say that effective 17th, so basically I think you can start applying for your appointment right now, but all the centers start opening from the 17th of August. So just quickly, let's go through it. Only long stay student applications and long stay spouse of French citizen or EU visa applications can be submitted. Okay, so Chennai and Cochin have a different, they're offering the French citizen, long stay spouse of French citizen and EU visa applications. Effective of 17th August 2020, customers can submit visa applications at the France Visa Application Center in Chennai, Cochin, India, with mandatory appointments only. Your safety is our priority. As a part of precautionary measures, customers visiting our visa application centers, the same thing as I mentioned before, so you will have to wear masks and gloves. So don't forget them. This should not be a reason for you to not get through to your appointment. Anyone displaying or exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19, such as fever, cough, difficulty in breathing, will be allowed to reschedule their application, and will be advised to seek medical attention at the nearest healthcare facility of their choice. Apart from the safety procedures conducted, please note that you will mandatorily book an appointment through this. Only a limited number of customers will be allowed inside the visa application center, and customers so in Chennai and Cochin, you will also be asked to complete the courier formalities at the time of submission, as post decision passports will only be returned by courier as mandated by the Embassy of France, India. Applicants will not be permitted to visit the visa application center for collection of passports. So, very important information, very good information. I can't imagine how stressed you guys must have been through this period. It's very unfortunate, but the good news is here, and go ahead, keep all your documents in shape. I will put out videos about documents and other information which I know will be very helpful for all of you, which will prevent you a lot of pain, time, and money. I hope you like this video. Feel free to share it with I don't know, if you're going to a consultant. I know your consultant will have another 100 students who are planning to study abroad. They don't know about it, send it to them. Send it to your consultant also. Put it on Facebook groups. Let everyone know that. If you feel this relief, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are planning to study abroad this year will also feel the same amount of relief. With that, I shall go. This video has been way too long, but this video is very much needed. And hit the like button. Comment down below if there's something I missed out. Best of luck for your visa applications. I assure you, all of you will do really well. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. Don't be scared. And I shall see you in France. And that's it for today. I hope you liked the video. Now I'm repeating stuff because it's the first time I'm seeing this. Peace.